All right, guys, a lot of you struggle when you start moving from the pitching wedge down to the long irons. I'm going to show you the differences between the short iron and the long iron and how you can make solid contact with any club in your bag. All right, guys, so there are several differences between how we approach a short iron, 8, 9 iron versus your long iron, your 2, 3, 4. Now, when you're approaching both of these clubs, there's going to be a major difference between your weight distribution, your angle of attack, and how you set up to the golf ball every single time. Now, when we start approaching the setup, we're going to notice that when we have a short iron, it's going to sit a little bit taller, and I'm going to be closer to that golf ball when I set up. Now, when we go after that long iron, it's going to be a flatter position at setup, and I'm going to be farther away from the golf ball. That is exactly what we want to do every time. It's going to set us up for the other moving parts that matter when we're attacking short iron versus long iron. All right, so another thing that's going to have to deal with setup, but also take part throughout the entire motion, is how we are going to attack the golf ball. Now, with a short iron, we are looking for a slightly more descending angle of attack than we are with a long iron. We can feel it's a little bit more sweepy so that we can get more trajectory on that golf ball and add a little bit of loft into impact. So when I'm setting up to the golf ball, I want to feel with the short iron that I might be keeping about 55% of my pressure into the front foot. Okay, that's going to keep me a little bit more forward and give me a goal for what I want to move back into through the strike. Now, when I'm getting in here with the long iron, I want to be more 50-50. Okay, the difference between the two attack angles is going to be super minimal, but just that little 5% variation in how I set my pressure at address will have a major impact on how I bring the club back down to the strike every time. All right, so another variable that we have to take into account when we are attacking short irons versus long irons is that this short iron here is going to have a steeper downswing. Now, I don't want my players thinking that they need to get the club to shallow more or steepen more in the downswing. Through our setup and our movement in the backswing, just because of the different length of the club, that should set us up into a position where that club is going to be moving in the proper direction. So as I'm closer, there is less movement for my hands to work out with the short iron. So it is going to come down on a steeper plane. When I'm sitting farther away from the golf ball, my hands have to work way more out to the golf ball. So the club head is going to tend to fall more behind the hands in transition. That sets you up for the different angle of attack just naturally because of how you set up to the golf ball. So don't go out there and try and manipulate the shaft at all in the downswing. Just let everything come at you naturally based on how you set up to the golf ball. All right, guys, so if you're trying to attack the short iron versus the long iron, remember, when you're setting up, you are going to be much closer with the short iron than you are with a long iron. We want to get a little bit sweepier angle of attack with the long iron every single time. So we are going to make some pressure adjustments on how we set up and where we feel we're moving the pressure back into the foot in the downswing. Now, everything in terms of shallow versus steep with the shaft in the downswing is going to be created for us just due to how we are set up to the golf ball. I hope this video helps, and I hope to see you next time.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.